Hello and welcome to Cryptevolve. I am your host, and this is going to be the first of many more videos to come. Very excited to have you guys join me for the ride, because if you're a crypto enthusiast, you will get a tremendous amount of value from my channel, and come next year, we will both be a little richer. So guys, let's dive right in. Shiba Inu, everyone knows about it. It's exploding, and some people are saying that it will explode. Other people are saying that it's about to explode, and some people are saying that it is exploding. So the number one question that I've been getting is, Cryptevolve, am I too late on this one? Did I drop the ball? Did I lose the opportunity to become a SHIB millionaire? Now, the good news is that there's a chance that you may not be too late. But there is better news. And the better news is that there's currently an opportunity that I want to talk to you guys about that may be giving us a better entry point, but the same amount of gains, if not much more. And that, my friends, leads me to the talk of today's video, Dogelon Mars. Now, we could discuss and have a conversation later on how to pronounce it, because I'm pretty sure different people have different views on that. But Dogelon Mars, for the sake of the video, current market cap is sitting at 380 million. The current volume is at 86 million, with an increase of 190% over the last 24 hours. And looking at the holders, we're currently sitting at 79,724. Now, when you look at this community from a macro perspective, they have a very strong following and engagement on both Telegram, Reddit, and Twitter as well. Jumping over to their Twitter account, they have 178,500 followers and a lot of engagement and activity. They also recently got listed on OKEX, a new exchange for them. So that just keeps on getting added to the list. And I want to give you guys a very brief background on Dogelon Mars, because not a lot of people are talking about it. And the people that are talking about it are just looking at it from a technical perspective. And I want to shed some light on the fundamental side. But if you guys stick with me to the end, I'm going to give you a technical analysis breakdown of the chart. And I'm also going to give you a price prediction of where I think price is going to end by the ending of this upcoming altcoin season. So the tokenomics are pretty simple, very brief. When the coin was created, 50% was donated to Vitalik Buterin as a gesture of peace, and the other 50% of the token supply was permanently locked in the Uniswap liquidity pool. They have a small narrative here with their mission statement, and I think it's also important to note that around May of this year, their all-time high came in and their market cap peaked at 1.1 billion. Now, that's when Vitalik Buterin donated his entire Dogelon Mars portfolio over to the Methuselah Foundation. Now, I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but for me in particular, it's a very strategic partnership, and I think it has I think there's more behind closed curtains that we just aren't seeing yet. So to give you guys some very brief background on this foundation, the Methuselah Foundation is a biomedical charity co-founded by David Gobel and Dr. Aubrey de Grey in 2001. Our mission is to make 90 the new 50 by 2030. So basically, they've put all of their attention, effort, and capital into longevity science, into being able to lengthen the amount of years that we are able to live in a healthy state with healthy tissue and healthy organs. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Now, more recently, they've been, branching into different sectors, and one of those sectors is space science. And there's a couple of very interesting articles, and I'm going to leave a link here for you guys to read. But one of those was a press release that the CEO did, David, and he mentioned a couple of very interesting things, and I guess I'll just quickly go over it with you guys so you could see it. But they did make a pledge that they would steward the holdings for at least a year, and any future sales would be done to preserve the cryptocurrency's value while advancing the foundation's mission. And it's also important to note that they were gifted 43% of the world's circulating supply of Dogelon Mars. Now, David Gobel went on to say, because our mission to extend the healthy human lifespan requires a long-term view, Methuselah Foundation focuses on lasting achievements, not short-term rewards. Now, he also added, we will take the same nurturing approach with our Dogelon Mars holdings because we understand that the cryptocurrency's value depends on maintaining the public's confidence and capturing its imagination. Much like baseball cards or other collectibles, we want the ELON to keep accruing value over the long term. Now, that gives us a little bit of insight into where these founders' mindset is with this gift that they received from Vitalik Buterin. Now, there's a couple of more interesting articles that I wanted to cover with you guys, but I'm not going to go too much in detail because the video would run on too long. But they recently partnered up with NASA on vascular tissue technology. They, I guess you guys could read up a little bit about it. But this is the one article that really, piqued my interest because they made an announcement here as well. And recently, this is what they wrote. We are so proud and excited to share that our collective donation will support an amazing experiment heading to the space station. Thank you, ISS Cases and M Foundation, for your inspiring work on the Vascular Tissue Challenge. To the Moon and Mars. Longevity, Vitalik Buterin. Now, space station is not a small chump. 5.5 million followers. NASA's page for updates from the International Space Station, the world-class lab orbiting Earth 250 miles above. Now, these are the people that Dogelon Mars and Methuselah Foundation are currently partnered with, and these are the people that just received an investment in Dogelon Mars for space science research. And over in their website, they give a little bit more insight about it. And I want to read you guys this quick paragraph before we move on, because it adds a lot of context and it gives clarity on the future of this cryptocurrency. So it says, people typically don't associate cryptocurrency with scientific exploration. That's why the Dogelon Mars ELON community's recent investment is so historic. The community has donated funds to send prize-winning vascular tissue science to the International Space Station, ISS, where experiments can continue beyond Earth's gravity. This is a vital first step towards humanity's dreams of space travel. Now, there's a lot of things that could be said about this because there may be ties and connections in between the mission statement that Dogelon Mars has as a cryptocurrency, which is to be the first interplanetary currency, or crypto, better said, to be used in space travel or for space travel. And then you have Methuselah, who owns 43% of the world's supply, starting to invest into space science research using Dogelon Mars. And of course, whenever you talk about Dogelon Mars, ticker Elon, people just gravitate to Elon Musk. And, there's a conversation to be had behind that, but I'm not going to have it here because truthfully, it just falls into conspiracy. No one really knows, but it's said that Elon Musk, because he's the founder of SpaceX and because SpaceX has a sole mission of getting people to Mars, that may in fact be connected with the mission that Methuselah and ISS and Dogelon Mars have collectively. But I want to leave conspiracy to the side, guys, because I want to wrap it up and I want to get into the technical analysis and price projection that I promised you. But before I do that, there's a huge thing happening right now. And if we go to CoinMarketCap and we search up the top meme coins right now circulating, the top three are Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, and Dogelon Mars. Now, the biggest difference is the gap in the market cap. Dogecoin is sitting at 34 billion, Shiba Inu is sitting at 21 billion, Dogelon Mars is sitting at 371 million. And guys, the crazy thing is that on the 20th of October, Dogelon Mars came out, the development team came out, Let me see if I can find it here. The development team came out with an announcement. Here it is, guys. We are pleased to announce our plunge into the DeFi and NFT ecosystems. And I want to read this off to you guys very quickly before we jump into the technical analysis, because this is feeding into the future strength of Dogelon Mars. And it says here, ELON, right? This is the coin that they're making. So the release of the ELON token will be a watershed moment for our community and will mark the beginning of our journey across the DeFi cosmos. Now, this is currently being developed and it's going to probably get rolled out in the next coming weeks. And with the recent listing on OKEX, there's a lot of new money coming into the currency, not to mention the people that are currently taking profits on Shiba, because Dogelon Mars is right below Shiba, and because there's just better buying power right now, a lot of people are, reallocating their money into Dogelon Mars, and that's going to inevitably bring the price higher. So guys, there's a lot of very bullish signs on the fundamental side, but I want to dive into the technical side, right? Because there's a lot of movement happening, and I want to break it down for you guys, okay? I want to break it down for you guys, and I want to give you the comparable, because this is the Dogelon Mars chart, right? I had initially bought in around here. I wrote all of this up. I never took profits, unfortunately, big mistake. I didn't think it was going to retrace this much, but it did, due to the fundamental fact that the coins were donated and there was a liquidity crisis. And so, there was a price shock. We came all the way down. We floored down here, and I started reaccumulating my positions. Now, these zones that I have drawn out, these are from a bearish Fibonacci. And I can more or less just take it from the top, bring it down to the floor, and you'll see that the gray boxes are sitting right at the 38, which is also a psychological level, that 100, meaning that we would also eat a 0. So let's go bulls. I also have a level at the equilibrium, the 50%, and I also have the golden zones mapped out just in case we do get some, choppy price action, which is actually expected unless we have a tremendous amount of strength and we're able to blow past the all-time highs. Now, these are the Fibonacci retracement levels that I'm looking at to potentially take out my initial investment and have my additional positions running risk-free. But I also wanted to point out some additional levels, because this Fibonacci right here was never realized since there was a fundamental interjection with the price, right? So if this would have been realized, we would have probably came down to the 50%, 61, and then came right back up to the negative 27 or negative 618. That never happened, but now this time around, there's a different narrative and a different story happening, because we had a parabolic move right here this first time around. There was a lot of range that was kept uncovered, which is why I knew for a fact we were going to have a retracement. I just never expected this level of retracement. But nonetheless, with everything that's happening fundamentally, with Methuselah Foundation investing into the ISS using Dogelon Mars for space research, with the NFT and DeFi coming into play, and with the new token ELON coming in as well, this is gearing up to potentially come up back into the golden zone retracement levels, if not all-time high. And guys, my projection, because last time we were up here, right here around the zone, market cap was at 1.1 billion. I can see us getting to a $2 to $3 billion market cap very, very easily. And guys, another thing that I wanted to point out is the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance right now is going lower, and that's exactly what we need to see in order to have our altcoin season confirmed. Altcoin season originally happened right here, right? So we want this channel to hold. We want this channel to hold. We want it to potentially break. And if we're getting levels, the reason why I have my take profit down here is because this is the negative 618. So if the Bitcoin dominance truly does keep its bearish market structure, and we come all the way down here to 1819, this is what we will see as we see the altcoins absolutely destroy the charts on their way up. So guys, this is all I had. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys took some value from it. If you have any questions, please put it down in the comment section and I will absolutely get back to you guys. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me a comment if you loved it, if you hated. You know, all of the feedback is appreciated. And give me suggestion, guys. Even though I have a long list of upcoming video ideas that I'm going to be posting on a week-to-week basis, including news, upcoming trends, tokens, and also, of course, technical analysis, give me suggestions. And as you guys give me suggestions, I'll continue putting out valuable content, and hopefully we can continue growing together. Until next time, guys, take care.